Hey everyone, I had a thought this morning and I wanted to talk about it. First things first, I apologize if I sound raspy or plugged up. I am sick. Don't worry, it's not COVID. I tested, everything's good, but I guess I just forgot that the common cold was still a thing. So, yeah, I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about this subject that popped into my head this morning, and I've thought about it over the years. It came up a lot throughout my time in university, but it's come up more now that I'm older and have a limited amount of time to pursue a lot of my interests. So throughout my life, I've been very interested in a number of different subjects. Sometimes they're related, all within a certain kind of field or industry, and sometimes they're unrelated, going from things like creative writing to marketing to technology to psychology, and it's been very difficult to figure out how to pursue all those interests when I have a limited amount of time and a limited amount of energy. And I think this is common for a lot of younger people, especially as we're exploring our interests over the years and we're figuring out who we are and the kind of things that we care about and that we're interested in and what we want to pursue. Especially in post-secondary, when we're essentially forced to pick a specific subject that we're going to specialize in over the years, it becomes very difficult to get an understanding of what's out there and then figuring out what the options are that we have and then how to pursue them and to find out which one of those options really fits for us. This is compounded by the fact that we are human beings and that we grow over time and that we change our interests over time. Wow, I am very raspy. Now, my experiences in this area are purely anecdotal. I'm not going to be citing any research or anything like that. I'm just sharing what I've done over the years that helps me kind of address this core issue. Now, the first thing I did when I started realizing that I had a wide variety of interests and limited time to pursue them all was to essentially make a list of all the things that would interest me over time, and then as that list developed, kind of sit with it for a while and identify what the common themes were amongst all the different options. So for example, say you're really interested in marketing, but you're also interested in sustainability, and you're also interested in volunteering. You could sit down with all these different aspects and kind of find the common themes of some kind of engagement opportunities within sustainability. And you've essentially taken three different things that you're interested in, given your time to help something, sustainability as a subject, and then marketing, and you put it into one kind of core thing that you could do, which is volunteer time with, say, a nonprofit in their communications branch, sort of promoting the services that they provide or the importance of sustainability in your own life. That's just a very basic example, but the idea is to take stock of all the things that interest you over time and then look for the common themes amongst them and then try to focus on those common themes. The next thing you could do, and this is something that was really helpful for me during my time in undergrad, is to reframe how you view post-secondary or whatever educational situation you find yourself in, and to look at it instead of seeing the scenario as doing the only things that are communicated to you or the only things that are expected to you, to take a step back and look at all the opportunities that are available. So a common theme I see for a lot of post-secondary students is that they look at their post-secondary time as only classes and not as an opportunity to explore all the options or opportunities that are a part of that overall educational experience. Now, I'm using all these fancy words, but basically, if you're a college student, don't look at your college experience as only your classes. Also look at the extracurriculars that are available to you. Also look at the volunteer opportunities or the part-time work or the internships or the semesters abroad. Look at all the different options, or even clubs. Look at the different options that are available to you from a wider sort of scope, and then use that to find opportunities to connect all your interests together. And what you'll find is you're going to be busier, so definitely make sure you're considering your own schedule and your own mental and physical well-being first, but what you'll find is that you're able to connect all your different interests together in a more dynamic way. I got a lot of my communications experience just from extracurricular involvement, and a lot of my interest in my subject, which was political science, from my classes. And then there was opportunities for them to overlap, but the idea was that my skill sets in a certain area that I was interested in came from a lot of opportunities that existed outside the classroom. And that's what I want you to consider as you're going throughout your post-secondary, or even if you're in high school. If you're the type of person that has a number of different interests, try to find the common themes amongst each, and then try to find opportunities that aren't exactly the most traditional to expose yourself to those interests. And then over time, you'll be able to gather an understand about yourself which ones were genuine interests you want to pursue and which ones you were just curious about and you're okay with putting to the side after a while. And that's also a big thing that I want you to keep in mind, is that it is completely okay to have something you're really interested in, experience it, and decide that's not something you want to pursue. So yeah, that's my ramble. I'll stop there. Once again, it's purely anecdotal, so don't base it on any fact. If you've had different experiences here, I strongly encourage you to leave a comment and share them. And also, if you're at a point where you are specializing, you can still pursue other interests. Once again, it relates back to that idea of expanding your understanding or your perspective on what constitutes exploring an idea. So if you've specialized in a certain subject, for example, maybe you're really set on environmental science or environmental engineering, you could do some extracurriculars in something that you're interested in. For example, physical education. Maybe you volunteer with a youth organization or a soccer team, or you get involved in intramurals or anything like that. Once again, it goes back to managing your schedule and managing your own mental and physical well-being. So don't overload yourself, but there are always opportunities for you to explore your interests, even if it just dials down to reading some articles or watching some YouTube videos on it, just to keep that interest going. So yeah, open to your thoughts. Would love to hear from all of you as to how you're approaching this, or if you aren't approaching it and find you're facing a lot of obstacles, leave a comment and let me know, and I'd love to chat. Also, as a reminder, I don't have a set schedule for uploading, but I'm going to try to upload a little bit more frequently from here on out, but we will see. But I'm still here, so if you leave a comment, I will get back to you. That's it for me. Wish me luck with the recovery, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. And also, what you'll find is that you're able to develop skills in a way that, no, I won't get into that. That's life. That's part of the exploratory. I don't even know if exploratory is a word.